Hello and welcome to another Soul Food and Grace moment. I'm Jena Harris and I'm so happy to share this space with you guys today. Today's message is Habakkuk 3:2, which says, Lord, I have heard your fame. I stand in awe of your deeds, Lord. Repeat them in our day. In our time, make them known. And I just want to share really quick, you guys, that these messages are intentionally I do my best to keep them as short as possible, keep them relevant to, our world and what we're going through and give you guys examples. But I also want to begin to weave in some of the questions that you guys may have. I feel like, especially you guys, I'm getting a lot of feedback. I have a lot of people that are following that have never read the Bible. And so I'm going to try to do my best in a short amount of time, give you as much information, but then I'm hoping that this inspires you guys to go and to, read and see what the Lord places on your heart as well as you go through this year with me. So I want to give you guys the overview of the purpose of the writing of Habakkuk. The prophet Habakkuk is trying to understand why God's people will suffer at the hands of the wicked. And in the book, God answers Habakkuk's questions, which is, continuing faith in God's wisdom, His sovereignty, and salvation. And I wanted to share this with you guys because we have so much going on in our world right now. The recent fire of Notre Dame, I'm just going to tell you, for me personally, it broke my heart. And watching, the burnings of churches that happened here in Louisiana and even just recently in Sri Lanka. Gosh, it can leave us. I mean, it brought me to this part and why I wanted to share Habakkuk because, with so many things happening in our world, how do we as God's people respond? Do we weep? Do we give? Do we volunteer our time? Open our homes? And, it can leave us, in this space. This is where I've been like, what can I do, Lord? What can I do? You feel helpless, right? When we watch the things happen. And as a child of God, there's one thing that we can do, and we can all, probably agree with this, and that is pray. And I feel like Habakkuk set a good and clear example for us because as you read, if you feel inspired to read this, it begins with Habakkuk crying out to God for an answer to why God's people are, allowed to suffer in their captivity. And that's verses, chapter 1, verses 1-4. And the Lord gives his answer to him saying, you wouldn't believe it if I told you. And that is verses 5-11. And he then follows up by saying, okay, you are God, but still tell me more why this is happening. God then answers him again and gives him more information, then tells the earth to be silent before him, which is in chapter 2, verses 2-20. And then Habakkuk writes a prayer expressing his strong faith in God, even through these trials, which is in chapter 3, verses 1-19. And I just want to leave you with this, if you are, feeling any bit of how, I feel you have your own feelings in the way that, you are responding to what's going on. But the one thing that I just want to inspire you today is to hold on to that faith and understanding that we might not always have the answers, but we can pray. And I do believe very strongly in prayer, coming together in prayer for our world, for our nations, for, the things that are happening to humanity, to Christians, to, the church, to God's people. So, not that this is about the trauma. I want to leave you with just trusting in God's plan. Surrender all of that fear to the Lord, and let's just place our hand over our heart and claim this power statement for today. Today I breathe, pray, and have faith. Short and sweet. Today I breathe, pray, and have faith. You guys have a blessed day. I love you, and we'll see you again tomorrow.